So Clint, this is a very interesting subject this week, and I'm looking forward to discussing this with you. It's the concept of speeding up to slow down. So I know that sounds counterintuitive, but maybe you can explain what that's all about.
Well, what I mean by it is, I want you to speed up, essentially to slow down the world, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and what I mean, when you're riding out, let's say in heavy traffic,
right,
on a motorcycle, we're constantly scanning for the hazard, the next potential hazard to stay clear of. You know, whether it's the person in front of you, are they talking on a cell phone, are they doing their hair, or who knows what. Maybe it's a big transporter in the lane beside you. You know, is there a kid that's going to run out, or a ball going to fly out, a dog, all those things, plus the traffic lights and the street signs and yada yada. There's so many things that at times it can feel a little overwhelming.
Right.
You know, when you're in traffic, there's just too much.
And your first reaction to that would be normally to slow down, right? And try to think, maybe I'll do better if I just slow things down a little bit here.
Yeah, you'd think so, because you'll give yourself some more space, right?
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily the case, because there's going to be hazards coming from behind you, right? And you only have your two mirrors to see behind you. So again, that's not the ideal situation that you'd like to do. Something that I like to do, like if the posted speed limit, let's say you're cruising along and heavy traffic is 55 kilometers an hour, I like to, you know, possibly speed up to about 60. Not excessive. I'm not talking speeding and then you have to worry about the police chasing you or anything ridiculous like that. But
right,
just a little bit quicker than what the traffic flow is going. And what that does is it takes a few of those hazards that you have to worry about behind you.
yeah,
And you can kind of, I don't want to say totally forget about them, but you can worry about more what's coming up in front of you,
mm-hmm,
right? Because as you pass that car, you know the person's talking on the cell phone. Now you've gone by and you've passed that, so you've taken that out of the equation. You don't have to worry about that,
right,
right? Or if you're stuck behind a semi, or there's a semi beside you and you're stuck in that position, if you're going a little bit quicker, you can get around, you know, and you're always looking to the future of what you're coming up against. But again, you still do have to continually check your mirrors and scan for what is, you know, if there's someone maybe they are speeding excessively and coming behind you, but it just gives you a little bit more free attention there, so
right,
that you can look around and see what's going on.
Yeah, and I guess in some ways you're kind of being more of an active participant in that traffic flow, and you're sort of taking charge of your own environment, as opposed to sort of slowing down and becoming a bit more of a victim and having less of a role in the flow of the traffic.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I know they preach defensive driving at all times, and for motorcyclists, I think it's a defensive approach, and the best way to great defense is to have a good offense.
Right.
Right, and that's kind of the way I look at it, and I think it can serve a lot of people very well.
Okay, well, some great advice there, quarterback.
All right, thank you.
Let's go.